I've been on the road, I've been doing shows. Now we eating steak, remember sleeping on the floor. We Stealing at the gas station when the times go. In the kitchen, hot still trying to flip it out the stove. Rocking fake J's, praying that nobody know. Watch them take my dog away, it was way too hard to stay composed. Fight to see the light of day, all this blood on my clothes. I was tired every day, green light, it's time to go. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Die too young. 100 miles per hour, might crash cause the good die young. Yeah, the good die young. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home. Right back where I left because I know my people needed me. Diamond in the rough, I don't know what it is they see in me. Go down as a legend in my city cause we beat the streets. Trying to spread the wealth around the block, no I can't keep from me. Told me I should leave. I see the bigger picture and it's way bigger than me. Can't be living like a king, but my people need to eat. If I got it, then you got it, we gon' get back on our feet. And I put it on me. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Or die too young. 100 miles per hour might crash cause good die young. But here I come. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home. I'm coming back home. I'm coming back home. Y'all coming back home. Y'all coming back home. I'm coming back home. Y'all coming back. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home.
Und damit herzlich willkommen zu einer weiteren Folge von Artort TV hier aus dem Hugenottenhaus und mit der 3D-Atelier, mit dem 3D-Atelier. Und heute blicken wir natürlich wieder durch die Räume hier im Hugenottenhaus und ich freue mich ganz besonders auf unseren Dauergast Lutz Freier, aber noch viel mehr über Idan. Nice to meet you here.
Oh yeah, I'm very happy to see you too.
Ja. Und das lässt mich auch dazu kommen, euch zu sagen, dass wir heute natürlich auch aufgrund unseres Gastes in Englisch das Ganze umsetzen werden. Wir werden es hin und wieder übersetzen, also seid bitte ja, nicht so streng mit uns, wenn wir vielleicht das ein oder andere vergessen haben zu übersetzen. Vielleicht reichen wir das dann in Form eines Untertitels nach. Also, viel Spaß euch bei einer weiteren Folge von 3D-Atelier an diesem, ja, recht netten Montagabend. Idan, how did you come to the Hugenottenhaus?
Actually, a few years before there was the first exhibition here, was Doppelzimmer.
Freie Zimmer?
Freie Zimmer, and I was very much impressed by the exhibition. It was a really cool building, and then also this space is talking to itself, and also the artwork was so great, and some artwork was so size specific, and I really liked it. Then I was searching for some place to make my Abschlussarbeit, and then I became to think about this place, and people tell me that I have to ask them, but I was not very sure if I could make it, because this is a really gorgeous place, and I was just a student, so I was not very sure that I can make it. But then Lutz and Sylvia, they already knew my work, and then they answered me so quick, like, we know your work and we want to see it, and then everything went so magical smooth. And then I made a pop-up solo exhibition in last December in this Hugenottenhaus, and then also fortunately invited to the first aid. And this is also a very nice coincidence, because my work was about my cancer struggle and fight. And then this was the first aid, and I think it's matching perfect for the theme.
We will go soon into the room, but first I want to ask Lutz, so like Idan is telling us, this was the moment First Aid, Erste Hilfe was starting. Also das war ja sozusagen mit Ihrer Ausstellung war das sozusagen der erste Beitrag, wo diese Räume bespielt wurden zu dem Thema. Wie hast du Ihre damalige Ausstellung Stone in the Water ja, erlebt? Ich werde währenddessen mal ein paar Bilder zeigen. Auf der Hugenottenhaus-Seite findet man nämlich ein paar Fotos. I will show a few pictures of your artwork. And Lutz, if you like, you can tell something.
I was deeply impressed. Also, after last year we finished with the exhibition Doppelzimmer. You asked us to have these rooms in Hugenottenhaus, and we meet in the ticket office in this room. We meet us and you show us these pictures. And I was impressed about how fragile, how powerful, how injured, how I was impressed by you as a human being and also as an artist. And Sylvia know your work already from Rundgang. Sylvia knows you and your work. And after we seen these pictures from your suffering and your being artist, and we decided to make an exception and make curating or organizing a solo exhibition in November, December. And after we see this, it was a really good exhibition. This combination between being human and being artist as a woman. We liked this very much. We were very touched by this exhibition, and then we decided to say, now First Aid, the exhibition from official status in June, we are starting now with your exhibition. And then I think it's a good start. It's a good starting point to explain what's our concept or what's our plan, what's our idea about when we're talking about First Aid. It's on the one hand the human aspect of it, on the other hand we are artists. You are an artist and you are a woman, and how these topics come together. And we like this exhibition very much, and said this is the starting point. And for us also, if we are in this, 100 people, 100 times we are talking about First Aid, has something to do also with your work.
And in this show we had you already as a guest. So if you're interested also wenn Sie Interesse haben, Idan etwas länger zu ihrer Arbeit und zu ihrem Wirken zu sehen und zu hören, kann ich Ihnen nur empfehlen, gehen Sie auf das Archiv hier bei Artort TV und schauen Sie sich Idan in einer Stunde mal komplett an. Idan, these pictures we saw, can you say a few words about it? What can we see here?
Oh, it's a previous work. It's a long story, but to make it short, my solo exhibition, my work is mostly about my cancer struggle. But before that, I had made a lot of work how to survive in Germany as an alien. And then sometimes I had to face a very hostile reaction because I'm alien, and some invisible discrimination as well. And then I saw sometimes I really don't want to be noticed. I don't want to go out because I look obviously very, very foreigner, and then they have a prejudice, and sometimes I don't want to be noticed. So I pretend to be a floor.
And so you are not, you are invisible.
Yeah, so. Because people are not hating the floor or the wall on the tree for no reason. So, yeah, it was like how to hide yourself from this discrimination, and then I wanted to make it very funny way. So that's one of the series. In some series I was just a grass or tree or stone. I pretend to be, and this and some wall, and this is the floor series. So it's a kind of symbolic work that how I want to survive, to hide myself, but through this cancel fight, I become to realize myself and expose myself, because the work is all about showing the process and what it is to be sick, socially, personally, in every aspect. And in the end, so this is short, and in the end, I finished with my exposed breast, standing in front of the art house. So I think it makes a nice contradiction. I mean, contrast.
Maybe you can say something about the potatoes we also saw in your exhibition.
Yeah.
And your arm, because everything started with a bicycle accident you already had, and during this you have been checked, yeah, and then the doctor finds that you have a cancer possibility, and then they find breast cancer. Yeah.
So it's a very kind of long journey. First, I had a bike accident, so I broke my arm and I had a little damage on the head, and then I had to stop studying here because I couldn't use my arm. And then I was thinking, like, what can I do? And thought, okay, let's make some record of the daily healing of this arm stuff. And then I made the record about 100 days. And also coincidentally, I was collecting these potatoes. It's okay. And it's also about the life, the growing and the dying, and how to go between life and the death and the stuff. And actually those two works are separated, but I think it's matching, because I collected one potato for 1 month, and it became coincidentally also 100. So it's like 100 days and 100 months. Yeah. And I think it's also matching the theme with this life and death and the cancer fight and how you struggle. So
maybe I will show the other pictures, and you can just say something about what we can see. We see your feet during the chemotherapy.
So this is one of the work, very symbolic, and all the photos are about this cancer fight. So it's after the surgery I implanted this chemopod, and this is after the surgery myself. And yeah, this is a very symbolic photo that the fingernails are going black, but it's rising again, so it's showing the new, fresh, healthy nail again.
And now you are
it's
healthy nails. Yeah, it's gone.
And some traces.
And in a few seconds we go into your room. It's close to the studio, and all these things what you are showing is really intimacy. Yeah, you are showing everything of yourselves. And when did you decide to do so? And when did you? And what was the power behind it?
Actually, at the time, I didn't think it was power because I like to make drawings, and I also majored in painting. So. But at the time, during this chemotherapy, I was so sick and I couldn't focus on my eyes, so I couldn't make any drawings or any artwork. And coincidentally, the Foreign Office, Ausländerbehörde, told me that if I don't finish my study in 1 year, then I should be deported. So I should make something. And I thought, okay, maybe I can record something I'm going through. And luckily, my husband is a good photographer, so we made several series of photographs, and just show everybody what it is like. And I never expected it could be, in the end, it's so strong and open, but I think it made a nice result. Yeah.
And for all the people who like to see more about the exhibition, there's a video also here on the channel on art.tv. You can we have an interview with you and also with Sylvia from the December last year. And now we are in our 3D model, in our 3D atelier, and obviously we are in the studio. at the moment the same. And then we can show you how we can go to Idan's work. So we came into the room of Carola Ruf, and there is the work. At the beginning you see the translucent paper. Yeah, maybe Idan, you can tell us what we can see here. This is one very main work of your exhibition.
Yeah, this is the first time I'm seeing this 3D models. It's really wonderful. it's crazy.
Yeah.
And
I can go on the other side if you like, and you can see it from the other side maybe as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
But still, you have to see this work in real, because it's transparent and it makes a layer, and it's very different where you stand and with the light and the stuff. But basically, the work is about my body. It's documentation while I'm taking radiation therapy.
Yeah.
And then my breast is becoming so black and it's burned and it's cracked, and later you can see it's blood is coming out and so on. So I think it's a very interesting process, because it looks very damaged, but actually it's a process of healing. And on the contrary, my hair starts to grow bit and bit and bit and bit. So you got confused if it's getting better or not. But then this room has inspired me, because I was thinking about just printing that in photo and hanging on the wall. And then as soon as I saw this room, it's long and huge. And during whole my solo exhibition, I was really, really inspired by this place and having really fun with playing with the spaces. It was like a conversation with the space itself. Yeah. And then I found this room, and then, oh my God, I have to hang something. And I was thinking of printing it in transparent fabric, and it worked really well. So it can show the process and the illusions, and also still you can see the vivid this wound and the stuff, and And
Lutz, for you as a curator, it's a gift to have such an artist in such an exhibition with these materials and with this personality. Or what you can say about
it's a gift. I would say it's first aid on both sides. You talk about first aid. We aided you and helped you to realize this work, but it's a good art, a work of good art. It's first aid for an exhibition. It's first aid for the people who see the exhibition and so on. So first aid is not one direction. It's in this case, I think in every case in this house, it's two directions. The artists who participate. Now it's you, for example, but this first aid, it's a gift. Yes, it's a gift.
Yeah. And what we can say to the people who are coming here, do you have contact with them, what they are saying when they enter your room? Have you contact to visitors?
Yeah.
Talk to them, what they are saying?
I saw several visitors looking into my body and talking about that, and I appear and, oh yeah, it's me, I'm saying. But basically, I think this first aid exhibition is asking about the healing, like can art to heal the people, or also heal themselves, and what it is to be sick, and how we can get over it. So I think it's giving kind of audience kind of the encouraging the audience, because everybody has this sick experience, or they will be sick. So it's like encouraging people. We're together, and the art is not useless. So we can give you hope and good mood and so on. So I think that could be the point of the audience, I suppose.
Lutz?
Yes, if you see little children, they make drawings. And could we say they heal themselves into the drawing? In a certain way, it's not healing. It's just they want to. They have a question and they want to draw. They don't know the answer, and in this drawing, they find for themselves an answer for their question, and this is maybe it's a miracle. And we forget about that because our society is not so very interested in that many people are artists and so on. We all want to have heavy weapons, hundreds of millions of dollars for heavy weapons, not so much money for education, for art and so on. And the art education or not education, being artist as a child, this is something very, very, very necessary. It makes a culture. Because, or otherwise, if we haven't this art, we are not a culture, and it's something else to say. Okay, now it's my profession. We are once upon a time we are little boys and girls and so on, and we decided that for us it's so important that we want to make this professional. This is something else, but it's connected with being these boys, girls, and other.
And I also want to add that during my cancel fight, the sympathy this through others and with the artwork, making artwork was really, really important for me. And then it's really necessary. Like it helped me like thousands of troops to get over and fight against the death. So it's really important and necessary, like how to make artwork and how to share it, how to make a sympathy. I think so.
Thank you very much, Idan, for your hope, for your artwork, and we wish you from the bottom of the heart everything the best for you and the next steps. And everyone oder jeder, der gerne noch ein Video sehen will über ihre Arbeit, kann das hier, wie gesagt, im Kanal finden. Ebenso gibt es auch ein Video zu 100 Menschen, 100 Tage über Idan und ihr Schaffen. Ja, damit endet die Sendung für heute vom 3D-Atelier und wir sehen uns natürlich morgen wieder, wenn wir hier durch die Ausstellungsräume führen und ich denke mal, vielleicht ist morgen wieder Silvia dabei, oder, Lutz?
Ja, Silvia ist morgen dabei. Ich bin ja, du sagst ja immer Dauergast, du bist eigentlich auch immer da.
Ist mir noch gar nicht bewusst geworden. Also, vielen Dank, Ihnen noch einen schönen Montagabend und auf bald.
Dankeschön.
Danke.